Throughout the production of my front cover double page spread and contents page, I attracted the eyes of the audience by attempting to follow all codes and conventions, making them do what they're meant to, so that they stand out above others of their kind. Specifically looking at the features of the front cover, I've ensured that the masthead is in the largest size text on the page, as well as being in its own font and colour, so it is the most noticeable piece of text on the page, and will be one of the first things seen by a passing audience member. The way it is contrasting to the background colour makes it very easy to see and read, and the 3D effects gives it a unique and distinct look that people will associate with this magazine. The main image would also be a very attractive feature on the page, and would most likely be the very first thing noticed by the audience. Due to the large size of the figure, it creates the illusion that this individual is somewhat important, enticing the audience to know more about him. The way the subject is given direct address makes the magazine more personal to each individual, as if it is in some way connecting with them. The serious expression used makes the audience have the same emotion towards it, and makes the subject seem quite mysterious, enticing the audience to read on. Another way I've successfully followed codes and conventions to attract and entice my audience is through my cover lines, as I've kept them very short, only giving a small bit of information that would be interesting or important to the reader. They are what would be considered short and sweet, and leaves the topic open to interpretation, making the audience want to know more about the topic. Being about popular bands means that the names of the bands would entice the audience, as it would have a liking for them, and so the band names are in a separate colour and more noticeable, so they would attract the attention of their fans. Colours used are very vibrant and contrasting to one another, making everything on the page very simple and easy to read. This applies to all my pages. Looking directly at the contents page, there are simple features used effectively to attract the attention further to draw the audience in more. Again, following codes and conventions, the contents page has a good use of images to make the page seem less boring and less daunting to read, as the illusion of less text is created. Images used obviously represent what is meant to be popular figures or bands, and so the audience will be interested in these, wanting to find out more. The use of article headings gives the contents page a good structure and organisation, making it a lot easier for the reader to know what the article is about before reading the actual text. This means that they can simply look for what band they like, and look for what the page number is next to it, so they can go straight to that article quickly. Looking then at a double page spread article, it is constructed in a certain way, following codes and conventions to appeal to the audience, making them want to read it rather than it looking very daunting and long. The audience has been kept in mind throughout the construction, in which the subject in the image takes up half the page, making it look as if there is less text, as it is the largest feature on the page. The use of line breaks and columns in my article also has the same effect, in which it creates the illusion that there is less text, making the page overall look less daunting and boring to read. In terms of addressing my audience, I have successfully done so through both images and text, making them feel more involved with the magazine, as if it is speaking directly to them. This is done in all my magazine pages. On my front cover, the main image used is giving direct address, as if they're looking directly at the audience, connecting with them on a more personal level. It's also used in the main cover line, in which it is as if they're speaking directly to the audience, due to the use of the word you, the quote being everything you wanted to know. The same addressing technique is then used on the double page spread stand first, where it says giving his advice to you, as if it is speaking to each individual audience member. My contents page then has 3 images of different artists or bands, all giving direct address, having the same impact as the front cover image.